respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Windows down, blowing out great tits. New York's Jay Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way and man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the beat.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert now. He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Johnston. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
For it with Eckler. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
First down, Los Angeles.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chargers 7, Colts nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The Colts hit 10-4 on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Right. Yet it feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert on the move to his left. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Herbert throwing again. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
19 tight, 19 tight. Warriors 17. Nothing 19.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. To about the 35, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, it's Taylor. And good running there as he'll take this all the way out to midfield.
15 yards. That's good for the Colts.
They go play action with Richardson.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
A give for Taylor running right side.
They find some open. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
But that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far. That's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
That's the score. 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Herbert on first down now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Play action. It's Herbert. Steps away. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Herbert off of play action. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Second down and goal. Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen from 10 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Second down, here's Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he comes back with one complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Ross on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A final shot before the break for Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. McKenzie now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Richardson to throw. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The L.A. defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, big a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
121 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. And they'll go to the air now with
with Richardson.
Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now here's Ross. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down. Here's Herbert. That's complete to John Ross. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To the air again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Herbert's throw there into the hands of Ross.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
About 3 yards there to the 27. The Chargers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is swung out to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football. On first down, Justin Herbert. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Flush to his right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game.
21, Colts 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. McKenzie now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Can you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. That one goes for 24 yards. Herbert going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnston. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Chargers.
Now Herbert. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, Parker. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the first down marker. But also, he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward. Because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap it backwards. Well done there, well executed. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Herbert to throw.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
The score, Chargers 28, Colts 24.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Richardson.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
One last shot for Richardson. Pass complete to Taylor.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone.
Ready?
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Chargers, it's another win for them, and you wonder...